Episode 7. You made it.
Yep,
Welcome
and we're
back.
all finished.
You didn't even have to change
all
your shirt or
finished.
anything.
See you
Zach's
later.
haircut still looks fresh.
Whoa.
This is amazing.
I mean, it hasn't even grown an inch.
I know.
How long have we been here?
Yeah, he's a well-groomed man.
Today.
But ladies, he's taken. I'm sorry.
Joe, he's taken. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I tell myself that every day. You know, along the process here, because we're going to get into like creating these purpose statements that really hone in on direction. What? You're smiling. You thought I said ho. I know it. Don't just go ahead and say
That
it.
wasn't it at all.
Yeah.
No, I was just laughing.
You didn't let me
How
finish.
quickly you
I
go
honed
from
in.
like
Ho.
talking about my balding and my head, like to just right into it.
All right, whatever.
Like without missing a beat. Like I'm talking
I'm
about
trying to
purpose
respect
statements here.
people's time that are watching and listening.
I appreciate that.
Okay, but listen. Over the course of doing this, we missed some very critical statements or questions that we should ask Raina. So, and this will give us great insight into who you are. You ready?
Not really. Go.
Okay, cats or dogs?
It's not insightful.
Cats or dogs?
Oh, neither.
If you say cats, then we know.
Neither.
Neither.
Yeah, I rescued someone's dog today and I didn't want it. So I'm glad they came and picked it up.
I don't know what
Cats
to-
or dogs are kids.
Yeah, cats, dogs, or
Well,
kids.
I have kids, so that's kind of a duh.
Well, no, you have to keep those.
Okay,
Cats,
I
dogs, or
guess-
kids?
I guess cats.
All right, cats win over. Okay, good. I'm writing that down. Cats.
has to be.
Star Trek or Star Wars? Why do you have to think about this?
Because I like them both. What are you going to do?
Star Trek is like uber nerdy, but she also met her husband on World of Warcraft. So super nerdy.
Do I like to trek or do I like to war? That's the question.
Oh my gosh,
I don't know. It depends on what Star Trek.
this was not supposed
Trek.
to be
Star
hard.
Trek.
Trek. Okay, I'm writing that down. Trek.
In and out or Whataburger. Unless you're really doing something.
Whatever.
Good choice.
Whataburger? Okay. Well, people outside of Texas don't even know what that is.
They're missing out.
That's why.
They're like, why does she want
'cause In-N-Out's
water
from
on
California.
her burger?
What?
It's what a burger. What a burger.
Blake.
Okay. All right. Good. So.
Anything else
Yeah. What's,
insightful?
yeah. Actually, yes. What movies coming out are you most excited to see?
Don't ask me about movies.
This is the Clueless on culture. I'm writing that down
Yes.
right here. Clueless
Yes,
on culture.
I'm not culturally apt.
Okay.
I don't watch TV.
Old Navy or American Eagle?
Salvation Army.
Okay, I'm writing that down. So next time, ask about thrift stores. So good. What else? Good. I think this is giving us good
This is
insight.
great.
Yeah.
Whew, I feel good
All right. What did you learn about yourself?
that I know nothing
Yeah.
about your questions.
Good. Okay, so you did do some homework leading into this episode because you took everything that we've done so far, and you created purpose statements. So, and just to zoom back out for those watching, listening, a purpose statement is simply a sentence that points in a direction, something that you could do. You're saying, I can see myself taking this action for, you gotta use your hands. Yes, keep it up, keep it up.
I'm learning.
Taking this action for this group of people because you would love to see this take place. Got it? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's
this
like
action for this group of people, so you want to see this take place. Purpose statement. Zach, do you have any purpose in your life? It's a good time to check in with
Nobody
you.
on the audio
This is
knows
it.
what's going on.
So is this like a mission statement for a business, but
Yeah.
for a person?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can go there.
Cool.
What's your purpose statement, Zach?
He's still trying to figure that out. I can see myself creating
my
a
homework.
meaningless podcast for somebody because it might matter some point at time.
Okay.
Right? That would be a bad purpose statement. But you have some, and we're going to listen to them, and then we're going to ask you some questions because I think a lot of us in this world can get to the point where, like, I think I know what I want to do, but I'm not sure which path to choose. How do you choose? We're going to help you choose because there's some questions you should ask yourself about your path and your purpose statement. Zach, you look like you have a question. Ask it.
I'm just going to, disclaimer, as you're reading these, I'm going to be on my phone. I'm not being a typical millennial. We have a series of checks
Oh,
that we filter these things through.
good. I love that.
Millennial.
And so I'm just,
I love phones.
I'm
'cause
just
you
keeping
could be-
up.
You could be deep in conversation. Someone pulls out their phone because they really want to go
Playing
deep
Words
into
with
that
Friends.
conversation, or they could be playing Words with Friends. You don't know. Are they really checked out? Are they engaged? So whatever.
There it
Let's
is.
just
All
assume
right.
Words with
Zach
Friends.
is
I'm ready.
checked
Give
out.
us statement number 1.
Statement number 1. I'm writing it down. What is it? Purpose statement number 1. What you got?
Hey, you got to say it in your most
Oh,
soulful.
I can see myself
Oh, that's terrible.
leading worship. I can see myself leading worship and like intercession at conferences because I would be excited to prepare and enact change in people's hearts.
Okay. All right. Number
I know,
1.
it sounds soppy. But
Worship leader.
Do it.
Moving people's hearts. Raina, the worship leader. Okay, give me another
what a burger.
one. Number 2.
I can see myself owning something like a coffee shop because I would be excited to connect with people and actually connect people and provide a place for others to come and grow or to grow others.
Raina, the coffee
What's
shop
a burger?
owner, connecting people, creating space.
Owning the shop. Brewing some coffee.
I like
connecting
it.
people. People connector.
Hebrews.
Oh gosh.
Funny.
Or
Number-
maybe she brews.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
Number
dad
3.
jokes and there's mom jokes.
I can see myself facilitating a class or group that urges deeper change, commitment, learning, and adherence to God's word because I would be excited to see people become more like Christ.
All right. Raina, the teacher, Professor Carlock. How's that sound?
Professette.
Professor. Oh, there's a professette. Tell me that's not a real thing.
It is
Have we
now.
gotten there?
It's now. It is now.
Okay.
Right now. Right here.
Professette Carlock. You've already got the last name for it. I don't even know. If all I know is if Professor Carlock shows up, I gotta listen. You know, because it sounds kind of like Spock.
Because I'm going to ask you insightful questions, whether you like dogs
mixed
or
between
cats.
Spock and Sherlock. It's like you gotta listen.
That's a pretty good mix.
I like it. All right, number 4. You got a 4th one.
Both those end in "ock."
Ock.
Where'd the car come from?
Yes.
Carlisle. Carlton. Winning. Winning. Carlton mixed with Spock. Yes! I knew I was special. That
you-
was all my purpose statements.
Warlock Carlock on World of Warcraft. Because that really would have worked.
I was a warlock. I'm sorry, I was a warlock.
Oh, look at that. I'm like reading palms.
War.
Y'all are speaking nerd and I don't speak
Number
nerd.
4.
Oh, 4. Number 4.
That's all. That's all I had. Just 3.
Oh, just 3. Okay, there we go. Scratch number 4. Good, we got 3. Congratulations.
I
on
made
a
it
3.
easy for
I
you.
like it. I like it. Okay, so now we're gonna run through a filter here. We got a potential worship leader, coffee shop owner, teacher. You can go a lot of different directions with these.
Facilitator,
Although, I
more
mean,
like.
you know, coffee shop owners. It makes sense. I mean, you can't start on that path and then like turn it into a strip club or something. You know, but you know, it's we
That
all
would be
got-
unfortunate.
Yeah, that would be an unfortunate turn of events.
This
So
might just work.
so here we go. So a couple of things that come to mind. All right, when you're looking at a purpose statement, you're trying to filter the path. Right, we're doing little tally marks. Now, if you go through our actual purpose project online, you will have all these written out, and you can put check marks by them, and you can tally up your own score. And Raina, I know you've done some of that, but pretend you haven't done any of it, and let's look at it through this lens, and let's start with a couple of these, which is, which one of these gets you the most excited? Worship, coffee shop, teacher. Most excited?
Probably worship, because I do it now, and I know what it's like now.
Okay.
Boom.
I'm a
One.
little afraid of the
One.
unknown-ish, but
Which of the 3 are you already doing something related to?
there's the second one. Worship. I
What-
just
there
answered
we
that.
go.
Okay. So you're not teaching, and you're not chi brewing coffee.
I am not she brewing yet.
Okay. Good. Which one, right, do you think your husband would say go after?
Either the worship or the coffee shop.
All
He wants to do the coffee shop with me.
Oh, he wants to do the coffee shop. He doesn't want to be on stage
He wants to
worshiping.
brew too.
All right.
Okay.
Hebrews and Shebrews.
Well,
okay.
he's also on stage worshiping with me. He's my drummer now.
Nice.
Everybody give Stephen a clap.
Shared vision. That's
So
super
we're
key.
sharing our visions.
Yeah.
Like spouse buy-in.
Spouse buy-in, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Make or break.
I had to bribe him, but you know.
Okay. Okay. So knowing that, like what Joe asked last episode, we don't have unlimited time, money, and resources. So which one of these three could you see actually becoming a reality?
Well, seeing as coffee shop would take a lot of money and leading worship would pay me, possibly. I think worship might become reality easier,
Okay.
but either of them, I guess.
Any of them.
Oh, any of the three. Either the worship or facilitating classes. I would basically just have to ask to start a class.
I think you can see them all becoming a reality, but what I hear you saying is that you think it'd be
Immediately,
easier, quicker, right?
To teach or worship.
To teach or worship.
Yeah, there's got more risk.
Then
Okay.
take money.
Okay.
Okay. Which one do you think most closely connects with a life experience? Positive or negative life experience?
Teaching,
Teaching, why?
commission class. Sorry. For
So,
the viewers and listeners who don't know what commission class is, Joe here and some other people led a really cool class in my church called Commission Class that was foundational for your faith, and also that did a lot of this purpose project stuff that helped you find out who you were, what makes you you, and how you work, and how you give, how you receive, and how to best put that in practice. And so that was really pivotal for me, really awesome class, and I helped facilitate it too. So it was all around really cool experience for me. So that was
Okay. So which... Go ahead. You got one?
Yeah.
Go.
So knowing that you're the people's champ, as is The Rock and Paul Wall, you're the
Yes.
people's champ. Which one of these could you see making the most impact in other people's lives? Because that was kind of your jam the whole way through. Treasure, drawing out treasure in people.
all of them. They're all larger amounts of people based. I mean, the classes might not be very big, but I don't know which one.
Got to look at your gut here. Which one do you think you can make the biggest impact in people's life if you pursue it with all you got?
Either teaching or I don't know. I don't know how to answer that one.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to have an exact answer for all of them because some of them require thought. And we're throwing these
And
at you.
Some of them, like
So-
I'll check each one. You can do that feasibly, or like some of them I'll check twice, and I'll check the other two once. It'll give you a good overall picture once you go through all the checks. So
Yeah. Now, which one do you think you would get the most support from others if you pursued it?
Probably worship.
Okay. Yeah. Any reason why you say that?
Because I've already gotten several approach supporters before about that kind of thing. So,
And did you seek out that support, or that it just came to you?
yeah, it
Okay.
just came to me. Yes, I did not seek it out. Yes, it came to me.
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Which one of these would you regret the most not doing?
Ooh, I can't wait any of these, but I feel like I would wait this one a little bit more. Which one, would you regret not going after ever the most?
Eliminating that one. It's between worship or coffee shop. I'm not sure. Maybe because the coffee shop's along the prophetic line for me of in my future, but
Okay, so worship or coffee shop?
which one would I regret not doing? Probably worship.
Okay.
Probably worship or coffee shop. There.
There we go.
We are crystal
both.
clear on it's one of these two. Okay.
You did just hit on something interesting though. You said like you have
Can
a
it be both?
prophetic vision about a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be a tally.
That's kind of a.
of itself.
Little
Like
bit
just
of a
throw in
weight.
a little bonus point there, or 10.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely. So, which one of these do you think you would be willing to sacrifice the most over in order to see it happen?
Like, just give up one child.
Probably the coffee shop, because I think I really want a place that I can create for people to come. Whether it's a coffee shop or whatever it is, I think a worship leader I can create in the moment, but I can't really create that. I can't set the stage really, not metaphorically, but if I own a place, I can create the environment and I can create the events and create everything about it so that, worship leader, I can only create a small amount of the experience. So coffee shop.
Okay.
Sweet. So now they're all tied. So we just eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Exactly. Yeah.
They are all tied?
No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
they're not.
I was gonna
No,
say, that
but I think
helps.
you have two, and there's more questions we could ask, but I think we already have two clear emerging leaders here, and I would put it worship and coffee shop. And it sounds like, and correct me if I'm wrong, right? It sounds like your hesitation with the coffee shop is that you just feel like it's far off,
Yes.
right? Because you don't have it. It is a purpose statement that does require more resources, more time, more development. Whereas worship leading is something you've already been doing, right, and is an easier ramp, right? And so it sounds like your heart is equally divided on both, but the coffee shop is, I think, racking up less points only because the worship leader stuff is tangible. Okay.
Yes, I would
Good.
agree.
Good. So here's what you've done then. So you really created 4 purpose statements. You've scratched off one, you scratched off teaching. You're looking at this idea of worship leading and coffee shop, and you know that worship leading is the most accessible thing for you to go after now, that lines up with who you are and what you care most about. But that coffee shop idea is lurking, right? So from here, once you get to that point, now we're crossing into strategy, right? How do you execute on what you know you should do?
This is where I go blank. So you talk, Joe.
Well, you know what? We're going to have to save this for another episode, because this is where, as they say, the rubber meets the road. I think a lot of people struggle just getting to this point, being able to hone in on what matters most to them, that lines up with their core strengths, that they're uniquely designed to thrive in. And you've come up with 2 really, really good ones. But how do we then take action? And what exactly do we do? What does this look like? How do you set goals around this and proceed? And that's exactly what we're going to move into as we move into what is essentially the second half of the Purpose Project. So I'm excited to kind of put wheels on this for you.
Quick question. So 2 of those are all about leading people, teaching and leading worship. And all of those are really about building community or environments, which we talked about in the last episode. So could those 2 things work into a purpose statement in a way that encompasses a little bit of everything? Because 2 of those you get to practice now. You could go start a class and feel it out. You could go lead worship now and feel it out as you work towards that third goal.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right on. And I think as we get into these next steps and setting goals, I think we're going to end up merging some of these 2 purpose statements so that you're building toward both at the same time. Yeah, I think that's right on.
Me like
Singing baristas.
Yes.
You're gonna say singing burritos. I was like that.
Yeah, and
It's so
it's
relevant.
and it's good that we have alignment here, because if you would have said something like, I want to write the next Harry Potter novel and swim with dolphins, I don't know how we would merge that, but luckily we're kind of on track here, and so we got some exciting things that are coming together, and I think those that are going to continue to follow this series are going to be able to learn how to put tangible goals around the things that they care most about too. So, all right, Raina, you did it again.
Awesome.
All right, we still haven't scared you off. We're going to be back for episode 8. Episode 8. It's going to be great. Just like the people's champ, The Rock. Not Muhammad Ali.
Paul Wall.
Not Paul Wall. Nobody
Raina.
knows Paul Wall.
Raina.
Houston knows Paul Wall.